The penis below your weenus.
Guys, seriously, play the fucking objective, guys. Come on.
No, you can't make me.
So how did you feel the moment it turned black and fell on the floor?
Dude,
Actually, the story tells you.
I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared for this at all. Where did Nick go?
Nick, I just heard Nick's voice.
Oh, he just blacked out his camera. So, oh, there. Oh,
I'm playing with chroma.
okay. I can tell you right now, you don't have enough light.
No, I do have enough light.
Not enough light. Too much shadows.
No.
Too much.
This is a show about streaming. You have to be 100% right now.
Yeah,
Echo. Turn on light.
Why is Canned looking like a brooding Viking over there?
Well,
He's just not it.
He has this blood infection.
Oh,
And
so he knows what's gonna happen.
when it turns black and falls off, he's just gonna pick it up and throw it in the trash.
That's what's happened to my hair so far.
Oh no!
Pretty dark.
So we're not gonna have bacon this week, which I'm kind of upset that this would be a good topic to have with bacon.
Yes.
So now I'm angry. Also, Steve, can I find you a video of that background but in motion?
Yes.
I'll find one for you. You just download and throw it back there.
Yes, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, it would look cool.
Yeah, I think it would.
If we all just had that. Fancy Schmancy Variety Show episode 30 deuce.
85.
30
Starting
deuce.
now.
How long can I be idle before I get disconnected?
I think quite a while, actually.
Got 6 minutes left in this match. I'd really rather be paying attention to the show, obviously.
You did decide to go into another match after we said it's time to go.
It's true. It's your own fault.
I was already loading in at that point.
I am going to play the theme song.
What kind of fines can we impose on him, do you guys think?
Nick, your camera looks great, by the way. Theme song time. Shut your faces. No, shut it. Hey, we're live now.
Live.
Yeah, buddy.
I love that
Hello,
song.
right now. Sneak, where would one go if they wanted to get a theme song made similar to that?
Just holler at your boy, who's me, and then I will holler at the other boy who is
That boy.
the other boy. You might be able to find him other places.
So tonight we are drinking Jack Daniel's single barrel proof Tennessee whiskey. I'm not generally a Jack Daniel's guy, but this was highly recommended by somebody who has very similar bourbon taste to me. So we're gonna give it a go.
I mean, it's Jack Daniels. Can't be that bad.
You know, Jack Daniel's is the #1 bourbon in America.
Allegedly.
No, it is. There's no allegability about it.
Canned, where'd you go? Also, Bacon, you're now out of the club. You actually missed the show, so I didn't think you were going to, but you did, so now you're out of the club at the end. Everyone who agrees, just keep doing what you're doing. Thanks.
Also, today is National Guacamole Day.
Really?
Give back your jacket.
I think every day should be National Guacamole Day.
You know what I like about guacamole?
What is that?
Nothing! No, I like the avocado part of it. Lemon juice, a little bit of lime. You get that delicious ass garlic. Some folks make their guacamole with a little bit of sour
Hot
cream.
dogs.
Not hot dogs.
No.
A little bit of sour cream.
Not bad.
You like it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's worth the $84 I paid for it, but not bad.
What is... Are you eating guacamole on National Guacamole Day? It just looks like black. Just looks.
Is that black pudding?
It's
Yeah.
guacamole actually. He just has a green screen on.
Really?
Yeah.
That's disgusting looking.
It looks like you're eating sludge.
It really does. It's like
Oh, welcome back, Chris.
Hey guys, we're going to talk about streaming this whole episode because streaming is an important topic when you're a streamer and you're around streaming and you do streams and you watch streams and you're doing a show that's being live streamed. All those things kind of make it a relevant topic, I think.
Yes.
Nobody
Yes.
here is a streamer.
Just a little bit.
You know,
I just
when I first started streaming, I told myself like, I can do that. I can be the guy that makes millions. And maybe I still can, but since then, my opinions evolved quite a bit.
Imagine that.
Yeah, changing your
Only
mind and
because
shit.
how much really goes into it.
Well, it's also because, you know, I don't have the luxury of being able to just like do what the fuck I want. I have responsibilities. You know, I have a wife and kids, and you know they rely on me to do lots of things. I learned this morning even like. I tried to play some Ghost of Tsushima, and I think I was away from the computer more than I was at the computer because there's just shit going on. You know what I mean?
There was a good time that it was a break. I was like, damn, this is a long commercial
Yeah.
break.
It was like 25 minutes, and it was because my brother showed up. And I mean, it wasn't a big deal. Like, you know, I'm glad that he stopped by and hung out for a little bit, but he was like, you know, I just wasn't. I wasn't prepared for it. He didn't call me. I didn't know he was coming, so it was not really like a well planned out morning. Had I known, because also the guy who's fixing the piping in the bathroom showed up, and apparently the neighbor across the street is getting new carpet, so all of my dogs are letting the people across the street know to stay across the street. Don't ever fucking think about coming across the street, because if you do, heaven only knows what'll happen to you. But the dogs were letting them know that.
This is the worst guacamole I've ever eaten.
Yeah, it's black.
Yeah, it's probably off.
It's sat out for a couple days.
It looks like you should be eating green guacamole.
You
on
should have left
guacamole
the
day.
seed in the middle.
Yep, keeps it fresh.
Yeah.
No, it tastes watered down.
Watered down guacamole?
No,
Who puts water in their guacamole?
That's kind of weird.
I do.
Blech.
You put water in your guacamole?
Yeah.
I put
Did you water
Man.
down your own guacamole?
did you do it to yourself?
Did you do that?
No, we ordered it from Chipotle.
Oh, Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Next
Where
time,
the fuck is that? Never heard of that place.
Next time, just tell them hold the water. I want my guacamole neat, please. Thank you. Streaming, though, big topic because, well, I'm a streamer, and everyone here is actually a streamer, including Steve, who is not necessarily on Twitch, but he does Discord streams. That counts, I think, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Well, yes.
Open up studio mode. So you can do side by side, do all your editing, and then you can transition. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Discord
Yeah.
streaming.
Yes. Yeah, it's this is one of the primary lessons. If you're going to be on stream, don't be monkeying around with your settings
No,
at that time. Don't do it.
incorrect.
I
If
do it
you're-
all the time.
No. Here's what I learned about streaming. Okay, all the rules that people say that there's rules about streaming are fucking made up and stupid. And you can do whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want, however the fuck you want it, as long as you're not violating your platform's TOS. No one can say shit about it. You can spend the whole time. I've seen it happen. I've seen people spend the whole time, their whole fucking stream, just working on making their stream look better. I've been it's been my fault that I've derailed many streams just by going, hey, your audio could be a little better.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Hey.
I am one of those streams that was derailed by
He says,
Sneak
"Hi, Tam Tam."
T-tops.
because he
Trampoline.
thought my audio
T-top.
could be better.
Yeah, and like I don't mean to like derail
No, it
someone's
was my
stream.
camera.
Well, that was different.
Yeah.
I can't watch you all squished up.
I've done it with audio a couple times.
I
Thing
can't
is
watch
like,
an echo stream.
yes, if you want me to stick around, fix your shit. I don't want to be rude about it, but if you're one of those people who's, struggling with a certain issue, like I would rather be there and help you so that next time things are better, even if it takes you an hour to get it right. And if you don't like that, then you can kindly tell me to fuck off. Or unkindly, I don't care. If you don't fix your problem, I will fuck off on my own.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
I mean, it's like
But isn't it?
there's
Isn't that
literally
sort of like the? Isn't that sort of like the glory of it though? Being able to interact live with people and help them through issues,
sure. I mean, helping through issues is
like
is
suggestions.
like one of the things. But I was just gonna say, there's like literally more people streaming right now than I have minutes left of my life. So if you have shit fucked up in your stream, odds are you someone else doesn't, right? Like odds are there's going to be somebody that doesn't have your issue that someone would rather watch. So, I look at it like, even if this stream sucks because your audio is horrible, next stream will be better because you figured it out. And I don't usually go into just random ass streams and like throw a monkey wrench in their problems, but I will do that with my friends. I will straight up monkey wrench your stream without an issue.
A true statement. True. Right.
But
if not during the live show, definitely after.
definitely after. But
And they're usually still his friends by the time he's
Right.
done monkeying.
Right.
that's the thing. Is
Yeah,
like when we've had our chance to work things out, it's an obvious improvement.
Nick says sometimes.
Nick is just bitter because I have to tell him to fix his lighting before we go live.
I didn't fix any of my lighting. I
Alexa,
just applied
fix
the correct
Nick's
chroma
lighting.
key.
You can't do that. I have a nose full of snot. That's good. That's bad. That's so bad.
I think it'd be important to kind of just go through each of us maybe and just say like, what is streaming for you? We're gonna start with Canned.
So streaming for me is one. It's something to do, and I really do love it. I went through a phase where I was like, maybe this isn't for me, and during that break, I went down, like, because there was no personal interaction with anybody except for my family, and streaming is something that I need for my mental health. So, I mean, I love doing it. I love sharing the games, and I love hanging out with you fucks and everybody in Discord
Fuck.
and meeting new people. I mean,
Yes,
it's
Hockey,
a lot
you
of
are now a
things.
fuck.
You didn't know that, Honky?
Hacky fucking Steve.
I didn't realize that that's how it was like discussed. I just thought,
No, you guys are really awesome, and the community that we have built, that Sneak has built, and I've sort of piggybacked on, and we've grown up together. It's been pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
What Tam say?
Just talking to Jack.
Oh, okay.
So streaming for me is a great hobby with benefits. And my social life.
Streaming is your social life?
Yes. But I've been sick this week and I haven't streamed at all. So I'm like, ugh.
I was just going to ask you if you're feeling all right.
I feel better. I started taking antibiotics
Okay.
tonight. And I'm sure the alcohol will help.
Oh yes,
Alcohol and
definitely
honey.
helps.
it will multiply the antibiotics that you're currently
That's
taking.
correct. It's going to make them like super jacked, really, really strong antibiotics.
It
Yeah.
depends
Plus-
on what alcohol you're drinking.
Well, this is Irish whiskey inside.
Hmm.
I was going to do Fireball. That'll definitely open me up.
Yep.
Fireball
cinnamon.
is not whiskey. I don't care if anyone says
But
it is.
but the cinnamon will wake up everything.
Yeah, it'll.
You could also just
pop
eat
everything
a
open.
couple jalapenos and do the same thing.
Yeah, I actually have some wings from Buffalo Wild Wings.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Thai curry.
There you go. That'll make you bleed.
So good. No.
That'll make your butthole bleed.
Speaking
That's
of
what I
bleeding
ate right
buttholes,
before
Nick,
my
why do you
nose
stream?
popped up.
I stream because I have a medical condition called the bleeding butthole, and
Yeah,
it's the
go on.
only cure.
Go on. Streaming is the
Streaming,
only cure for that?
streaming is the only cure for
It's
it.
like a butt tampon. You just cram it right up in there and stop all that bleeding.
I stream because my wife has church Thursdays and Saturdays, and I need to find something to do with my time when I can't intentionally annoy her. So my choices are go to the strip club and waste a whole
Strip
bunch of
club.
money, or stream. And
Or
she
stream.
would prefer me to stream.
Hmm.
So she
Can't
let me
imagine why.
Imagine that.
she allowed me to buy and build the components for my lovely PC, as well as bought me all of my audio and video stuff
Blow money on PCs.
Nice.
Got
Got
it.
it.
instead of strippers.
So you're
It's-
saying that instead of going to the strip club, you stream.
I stream.
He brings the strip club to his house with RGB.
It's actually all set to white right now.
So, Steve
Yes.
is kind of the oddball in the group, aren't you, Steve?
I am. I probably have everything I could possibly need to start streaming, and I learned that there's more to streaming than just turning everything on and playing a game, because I quickly realized I could not do two things at once.
Chat.
I was either playing that game, or I was paying attention to who was coming in and talking to them. But I couldn't do both things successfully, and I haven't mastered it, so therefore I don't.
Yep.
And I think that brings up a good point that, like you said, when you first saw streaming, you said, I can do that, I can make millions. And then once you got into it, you saw the different levels of
Yep.
what was involved, and you went, I can still do that.
Yes. Thanatos.
Yes.
Got any input, bud?
Yeah, so much like Canned over here. So my thing is, I started doing it just see if I could. I'm super awkward socially, like face to face with people. And
If you stopped calling people fuckwits when you first meet them, your interactions will improve. I promise.
Oh,
Is that
I'm
how
gonna-
you
I'm
do
gonna-
it?
I'm gonna write that down. And I just, it was kind of one of those things where actually 5 or 6 years ago, a buddy of mine and I actually talked about starting to do this, and it never really took off. It never went anywhere. And so one day I kind of sat down and started watching some people on Mixer. One of them is in this group.
Steve.
Yeah.
No. And I kind of talked to him, and it was a thing that I started doing just to see if I could overcome the anxiety and that kind of thing. And then, like Hockey said, I didn't think I could at first. I didn't think I'd be able to play a game and deal with chat and do all that shit. And then you find out you can, and I've gotten to where I really enjoy it because, you know, much like Ken said, this is my social life. I don't get out much. Me and the wife, we don't go out and do a lot of shit. We're just not those kind of people. But I do it now because I've met some cool people. I've also met you guys. And
Nice.
and you know, it's fun. I enjoy being somewhat entertaining to a small group of people that regularly show up, and you know, there's some friendships that have been made. And it's weird now because if I'm playing something and I'm not streaming, I feel fucking weird.
Yeah, almost like you're not doing something right. You're like playing a
Right.
game, like this is so fucking fun. You look over at another monitor, like, oh, no one cares. It's fun. I'm just gonna have fun.
Well, no,
with
and
myself.
if I sit here and I play something for 2 hours and I'm not streaming, that entire 2 hours on a regular basis, I'm glancing over to where chat would be. You know, it's just you go from not being able to do it or struggling to be able to keep up with it to it's so ingrained in your head that, oh, I've got to look over at chat, that it becomes second nature.
Yep, but if you do play offline for so long, or you don't have very many, for myself, I can very easily zone into the game. Nothing else matters.
Depends on what I'm playing.
Yeah, it's
Right.
it's hard for me to reach that level, even if I'm playing
Like-
offline.
It's gotten to where the only thing I'm more comfortable playing offline is say like Call of Duty, or Destiny, and that's because if I'm playing Call of Duty and I'm streaming, I'll get like 3 kills. If I'm not streaming, that number triples, and I actually half-ass look like I know what I'm doing.
Yep. I was telling
But
a friend
that
of mine,
comes
like,
to the chat aspect of it.
right. I was telling a friend of mine, like, look, I don't have, you know, the best stats in any of the games that I play. I'm not in any way, shape, or form like a game god. But it's because instead of my focus being like on how well I can play this game, my focus is how much shit can I give the people in chat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's less about like, you know, show up and watch some like top tier gameplay, and more about like, let's see if you can insult me worse than I can insult you.
Right. And that's something that I finally accepted was, look, if somebody's showing up for quality gameplay, there's other channels. There's other people you can. There's a guy named Ninja.
And I can point them at
some,
I can point you at them like
some guy named Shroud. You know, you can go watch them if you're wanting quality gameplay.
No,
What's
I
good,
can't,
Steve?
'cause they
Sorry.
they don't play the games that I'm interested in.
Exactly.
I think for me, streaming started as a way to recruit people into my clan. And then I used it just a couple times to like have a way to make YouTube videos. And most of those YouTube videos was like trying to get these assholes to move from one app to another app so we could talk better. And a friend of mine, I think Nick and Steve know him, Beardy. He actually helped me get everything going. Another friend of mine, his name on Twitch was Misplaced Flip Flops, but
That sounds like a hell of a name.
yeah, actually he named himself that because he came over and left his flip flops at my house, and I kept like showing them to him on stream. There's a Schmosty Hosty from Thanatoasty.
I don't know if that
Oh,
sounds
shit.
like Beardy. Are you sure it wasn't Beardy both times?
No, that was definitely his name's Clint, and he does all my IT stuff. He's the guy who helped me build my PC. He helped me put together my very first capture card with all the stuff that I needed. And you know, when I first started, it was just me and a monitor, and I was using my phone to monitor chat, and I would just use the source option to change between my computer and my game.
So, question: how come we're not hanging out with Clint? Why are we hanging out with you?
I don't know.
You get everything from Clint.
He doesn't. He's a ridiculously ugly person, and he will never get on camera. And like this
horrible accident, or
This
just,
is all true. Like imagine a burn victim mixed with bad plastic surgery, and then like a Chucky doll.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that pre?
Deadpool.
demise or like part of Chucky?
Shout out to Clint.
There's a lot going on in that description of Clint. Jesus.
Dude, I've been friends with this guy. We met through like local music, like literally, I think like 99, 2000 maybe. Known him for a long time.
Holy shit.
And he's always been like just an amazingly good friend, super cool guy. He's a fucking fantastic drummer. Like really, really good drummer. So I've always kind of like hung out with him, looked up to him. And when he started his IT business, you know, he started doing builds for other people. Actually, Metal Mike Rob had a computer built before me by the same guy. It's kind of funny how it's a small world. But yeah, like once I started like actually streaming, I realized this is literally, to me, it felt like playing games with my friends on the couch. And people would show up, and people would hang out and talk shit. It'd be guys from the clan. We would plan, you know, the next meeting. We'd plan the next raid. We'd plan, you know, all kinds of fun stuff. And it just kind of became a tool to help manage a clan, to help like manage our Destiny friends. He got you into IT. There you go. But like eventually, it kind of turned into more of like, you know, I really enjoy random people coming in, having conversations, not having a plan. Like I like reacting to chat. That's like my thing. If chat's like, if it's fucking bamming, like I have a great time because there's just so many things happening and I can react to it. If I have to like drag fucking the like chat, like it, you know, it like takes a toll. Like it's a, you know, it's a huge effort. But if it's an easy kind of night where everyone's kind of rolling the ball with me, you know, it's super fucking fun.
And that's how you react to chat. Good evening, Armored Kitty. She says hello, guys.
Hey, Armored Kitty Cat. But yeah, like streaming started as almost like just an easier way to hang out with the Destiny peeps. And then the more I did it, the more I liked it. The more I liked it, the more I like got into it and like learned stuff. And you know, I did all the stupid stuff that everyone says not to do. Like I did follow for a while. I would like, you know, go into big streamers' chats and be like, hey, can you raid me? Like I didn't know what was good and what was bad, and I had no idea. And I'm sure there's people out there who still have me blocked from like 5 years ago when I didn't know what I was doing.
You know, for me, when I watched you guys stream and how many hours you did, and you had something cool would come across the screen when somebody would come into the room or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought those are great toys. And so, like, even just what I did in the last 20 minutes was just messing around in studio mode and changing the background, because that's the part of it that I like.
Yes. That's the part of it that I like too.
Being able to learn how to do it.
Yeah. It's like it's just one of those things where, especially if you like, so there's people out there who are what I would call full-time streamers, and whether they're making money or not, they're still putting in 8 hours a day, and you know that takes its toll no matter how you look at it. But you know, then there's people like me who is just a hobby. You know, I don't expect you guys to give me your money. You still do. I have no fucking clue why. And I mean, if I really cared about taking your money, I would tell you to stop giving it to Twitch first and just donate $5 to me. But like, when you give it to Twitch, to just like subscribe to the channel, what do you get? Emotes, and you get a badge, and you get interaction on screen, and you kind of like, you know, you get gratification through instant, you know, influence on a live stream. So you're like buying more than just like that. Boom. Thank you. Right? Like, look at you fucking over there like laughing like you just ate a whole bowl full of shit. I see you.
Shit happens. My month ran out.
but it's like, you know,
I was gonna do it this morning, but you were away from the fucking console. I'm like, oh shit.
You just gave Twitch $250 and you gave me $250. And you got 4 emotes and a sub badge and like 15 seconds of glory, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like I don't do this because I want that $250.
Not even.
I don't want your $250, you know. And you're not giving me that $250 as in like, here's payment for you being cool, right? Like, money doesn't have as big of an influence over what I'm doing And
Look.
it never has, because there's never been money. But what I'm saying is like, if you look at it like it's a career, then you add this whole kind of monetary flavor into everything that you do, and next thing you know, like, you know, whether or not you struggle or you succeed, you're basing everything around a dollar sign. And you know what I mean? I can go make sandwiches for however many dollars an hour, and it's not going to crush my soul, and it's not going to destroy who I am as a person, and I'm going to be able to clock out of there and leave that shit there, and when I get home, it's my free time. I can do whatever the fuck I want, and I choose to sit here and play a video game and talk to you assholes because I have fun doing that.
Okay, we'll cancel our subscriptions. Sorry.
I mean, like, if you want to, go for it. Cancel them.
Pulling that back.
You're gonna lose your fucking emotes.
Oh,
Look, that $250. I'm still trying to pay off like 3 or 4 games right now. I'm slowly getting there.
Oh, it's just.
I also think it's about supporting a community too. We're part of this community, and we watch you, and so people wandering in here, they want to see who's subscribed, and maybe they'll subscribe and accidentally give you their $250 and forget to unsubscribe, and then that is what we have helped.
You've helped
achieve.
me dupe people into forgetting to unsubscribe.
Well, and I think so. You know, I don't think anybody ever owes anybody anything for their support. But one of the reasons I don't have a problem subbing to you or Nick or Canned, you know, you guys have done a ton for me that you may not even realize, you know, in the time I've known you guys, whether it's, you know, sitting here for an hour.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, because I'm sure this is very important, whatever you're about to say, and worth interrupting what I was saying. I'm sure it's that important. Go ahead.
Thanatos was opening up his heart to us all.
I was going to bring up that handy behind the dumpster, but it sounds like you didn't value it as
that
much as I did. Never mind.
That wasn't fucking worth anything.
Sorry, yeah.
$20
is $15.
Oh,
no. Whether it's you guys sitting here for, you know, an hour and a half one night, burning up more of your own time to help me with an audio issue, or just the things I've learned from each of you, except hockey.
You've learned a lot from hockey
during this journey. Well, hockey is my favorite.
He is my favorite too. So,
but that to me that's worth something. So to me it's like, okay, well, I wouldn't be doing this right now if it weren't for Sneak. That's just the reality of my streaming journey up to this point.
I don't know if
I'm here with them. No, it's true.
I think someone else would have inspired you to stream, dude. It's not like I did anything different besides just say like it's possible.
Just giving you the nudge.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You were pretty emphatic about it when we talked about it, and you seemed, whether you were being sincere or not is still open for debate, but you seemed genuinely interested in helping me get started.
Oh, for sure.
And that means something to me.
Oh, right on.
You know.
Good. Dude, I've tried to help everyone that I know who shows even a little bit of interest. Like to
Help
give them the
me.
idea that look, it's not difficult. it's not difficult to get started. And in the first 3 months you learn whether you like it or not. And then from there, you know, if you need help, I would love to be the one to help. But from there it's either sink or swim. You know, you choose your own level of involvement and you figure out like what it is that you want from it and how to get that. And I'm, you know, more or less just here to be a part of that. Yeah. I just want to be a part of that. Also, while we were talking shit, Metal Mike Rob subbed, and I forgot to say thank you. Thanks,
Rob.
Mike Rob.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks for supporting Sneak in his journey to
world
success.
domination.
Yes.
No, I like my actual, like, this is gonna be one of the topics as well. Like one of my main goals doing this is to keep doing this. Right?
Make the world a better place.
I wish. Like if I could say like the sound of a child's laughter. Like I would not be disappointed if all I could do with this is make someone laugh, you know, during a shitty day. You can show up to my channel. It might take you 30, 45 minutes, but I'll make you laugh at least once, and you can go about your business.
Yeah, you did. That was pretty cool.
And I'm
That's almost guaranteed.
that's about as good as it gets, though. Like that's all you can expect.
Well, and the honest truth is, every one of us, because we all have, I don't have huge numbers, but I do have a group of people that I can pretty much every time I hit that button, it's a pretty safe bet that
Someone's
these
showing up,
5 or 6 people are going to show up, right? So, you don't know what somebody might have gone through that day or might be going through that week. You might be that person that says or does something while you're live that puts a smile on somebody's face for a few minutes, and they bounce out of chat and they go, okay, well, you know what? The guy just made me feel a little bit better about what's going on.
Yeah, shit's not so bad.
I'm going to have a better day now.
That just got my streaming wiener really hard. Just thinking about that.
Thanks for sharing that, bud.
You're welcome. What I mean is you've really hit the nail on the head there, because, honestly, I could sit here to nobody and play video games. I've done it for fucking years.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whether I'm streaming it or not, I can sit here and enjoy the fuck out of playing some video games. And there's nothing that you can do or anyone else in chat or anything else can change that. You know what I mean? And if I can then do that and maybe have someone show up and like listen to my dumbass talk for a hot minute, awesome. That's like twice as good. And from there, it's just exponentially increased. The more people that show up, the more that we talk shit, the more fun that I have. You know what I mean? Like, the more I'm getting out of this. And if I can give a little bit back in some sort of gratification of, like a joke or a story or anything you can relate to, or I even like it a lot when chat says shit to me about shit. Like people come in with a fucking story. Like today, I was playing my bass guitar on the boat that we're ferrying between England and France, and like one of the guys who was dancing in the middle of the boat threw up, and it was fucking crazy. And we can laugh for 20 minutes about like throw up boat guy, and that makes my day.
That's half a roll to wait as well.
Yeah, this dude's like 4 hours in the past or in the future or some shit. I don't know how time travel works.
Kitty says we all put a smile on her face and she loves us all.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, Kitty. That's good. But also, like, I really do enjoy being the person that kicks someone else in the ass to, like, start streaming or keep streaming or come back to streaming.
She loves me more, though.
Or even question why you're streaming.
Yeah.
What do you plan on getting out of streaming? Now, I would have never found any of you if I didn't network.
Networking.
I found you through Ludiverse or Ludicrous.
Who is the
he
sole
posted-
proprietor of the Ludiverse?
That's right. And he shared one of your Double Trouble streams. That was my first stream on Mixer, and I was kind of stuck from there. But I really enjoyed it.
Double Trouble streams too, I think.
That was the last Double Trouble stream.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
think
it in trouble.
And Killa McGillicuddy sang in that stream too.
Yeah, he was like,
It was glorious.
I think I was watching.
And I was stuck.
I was randomly bouncing around Mixer one day, and I was watching
Hockey.
Duke of Flukes,
Sorry.
and he actually hosted Sneak. And
I was playing
I just-
76.
you were playing 76, and
You were like,
this
I've been
was the
playing
fir-
this game too. I could probably kick your ass. And I'm like,
and for whatever reason, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna talk to this guy that I don't fucking know, and like that's just really out of character for me. But I was like, it seems like a cool enough guy, so I talked some shit, and it didn't end well.
let's just say, like, it was the beginning of fuck around and find out.
Yeah, and then here we are, and through Sneak, I've met all you assholes and some other really actually cool people.
They are out there.
But it's they're people that I never would have known had it not been for just randomly popping into that one guy's stream that one day
Yep.
and staying long enough for him to host somebody else. And then, ran into Canned, and then, Nick, who was at the time Skebless.
He wasn't eating black shit out of a bucket, though.
He wasn't eating black guacamole at the time, and then hockey,
come a long way.
bacon, and all those. And I'm still not sure how I feel about bacon, but, that's conversation for a different time.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, I was going to say join the club, man.
Yeah.
No, we blame
bacon.
Bacon doesn't even know how to feel about bacon.
That's also true.
Right.
So that's really the biggest thing about streaming is how far are you willing to step out of your comfort zone to talk to people that you would have never talked to before, or show your face on a camera. I mean, for some people that is like detrimental to their health. They can't wrap their mind around putting a camera on.
I owned my camera for almost 2 weeks before I managed to convince myself to turn it on.
Yeah,
that was. But that was like the last hurdle for me, right?
Mistake,
it was like,
man.
okay, if I can, if I can do this and put my face out there, then this is something I'm going to be able to do for an extended period of time.
Totally,
and that was that last hurdle I had to overcome.
See, like
even if it wasn't,
good.
Even if it wasn't, you don't go out in public with a paper bag over your face with eyes and a mouth cut out, do you?
Or maybe
yes, actually I do.
I
was wearing a mask.
It's real?
Yeah, I was wearing a mask way before COVID.
Yeah. How else do you think we go behind the dumpster without people knowing who we are?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Exactly.
It's a brown paper bag only kind of service.
Makes sense. Anyways, you were going to say, Sneak?
Well, I was just going to kind of nudge us into a different direction because a lot of what streaming comes down to, and one of the hardest parts I think for people to kind of grasp in the beginning is the idea of community. Because you think to yourself like, well, all I gotta do is show up and make jokes and people will always show up and come back and it'll grow exponentially, and then all I gotta do is just sit here and make jokes. But if it was that easy, then literally everyone would do it, and all you would need is a joke book. But what it comes down to is you need to be a commodity, a service almost, for the level of community that you're seeing for the big guys, right?
Because you service me all the time.
I service
Snake,
everyone. So. But what I mean is you need to be available, and you need to be easily accessible, and you need to be empowering and positive and conservative and there's so many things that you have to be for so many different types of people that it's so difficult to actually understand what community means when you first start. And I think for me the reason it came a little easier possibly is because I started off as a local musician. And one of the things that you do as a musician is you get on stage and people look at you, and then you perform and
dance, monkey dance.
Yes, that's difficult. That's nerve-wracking and causes anxiety, and stage fright is normal for lots of performing artists. But it kind of, I guess, desensitized me to the idea of talking to strangers. I've never had a problem walking up to anybody and starting some kind of conversation. It might be awkward. It might be a strange conversation, but I don't have any issues with that. Do I have anxiety? Yes. Is it going to make me anxious to do so? Absolutely. But I know that I have it in me to, keep doing it anyways. So when it came to streaming, like I said to begin with, it was just a service for me to help kind of bring a clan together and manage the different aspects of a Destiny clan. So, to me, it all kind of went hand in hand with the same way that I would be advertising a new show for the band that I'm in, or we would be doing, scheduling for rehearsals, and we running audio and like all the stuff that you need, like soundproofing and the things like that, it just came naturally. It was already there. Like I already had a decent grasp of like how to get it going. So
Making sure the flyers are made, making sure all the PRs set up.
Yeah. All of it. All the emails, building websites, making graphics, like
Getting the venue.
I did all that stuff. Yeah. I did all that stuff, you know? And I mean, none of the bands that I was in were ever any good as far as like you won't hear our songs on the radio, but we worked hard, you know? Like we all tried, and it was always fun. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing you can do that's going to change that. And so
honestly, if you're not having fun, what's the point of doing it?
Keeps the
I mean,
wife happy, so I'm not at the strip club.
Yeah,
There is that.
I mean, you're only a recently wed person.
and
There's still time to change it.
Yeah.
You're right. I should go to the strip club right now. See y'all later.
You know what?
Goodbye.
I think we need to send someone in to Oregon. We need
Only after I get central air.
we need to have a chat with Ghostly Nick about your strip club problem.
Intervention. It's happening.
Look,
Be prepared.
it only becomes a problem if I admit it. Until then, it's a bad habit.
Wait,
Is that how that works?
you just said you would admit it.
No. If I admit
no,
that
till,
I have a problem,
not if or when, but till, meaning that
Yes.
you know that it's gonna happen.
a bad habit.
Yeah,
Which
so
is-
that's admitting it's a habit right there.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. It's a bad habit.
Fact of the
Yes.
matter is, sir,
Sir.
you don't stream unless you have fun streaming. There's something about it that you get enjoyment from. There's something about it that you want to do.
You have streaming,
that
community. There's so many branches when it comes to streaming.
And that's so important too, because I found when I was trying to stream and I was getting anxious over everything that was happening and that, because you do want the perfectly run stream, and when things start going off the rails, if you're not enjoying it, get out, take
Yeah.
a break.
Yeah, because like if anything goes wrong while you're streaming, the first thing that suffers is what? The gameplay.
Yes.
Immediately, gameplay suffers.
Not in your case. Not in your case.
Right? Yeah,
Nick.
it's the same across the board. But what I mean is, like, if I'm with you guys and we're raiding, and something fucks up in my stream, I'm putting my controller down and fixing whatever the fuck happened in stream. And then there's the 4 or 5 of you guys going, "Hey, why is Sneak not doing what the fuck ever?" And it's like, well, it's because chat went down and the little picture in the corner is backwards, so he's flopping it.
Why is
forward.
his character spinning around with the gun in the air, just shooting?
I think for a lot of people, community is difficult because building a community is more than just showing up and streaming. And you know, showing up and streaming, that used to be the advice that I heard. I always heard from the Broman podcast is a big influence on.
Just push play.
Yeah, always stream is what the motto was for the longest time. And I think back when Twitch was like beginning, when like
That's
Twitch
what you
was,
told me.
Yep. When Twitch was
That was
like,
just 2 years ago.
but like back when Twitch was beginning, that was the way to get noticed, was to always be on, because there wasn't as many people there. It wasn't as, you know, saturated. Like you could probably imagine the beginning of Twitch is like the beginning of Mixer. You know, the difference is that Twitch kept growing and Mixer died. But if you remember the feeling of being on Mixer, knowing that you're on top of the directory of a popular game, that shit felt nice.
I was
did.
top
Because
of the Destiny directory for an hour and 37 minutes once.
and you hated
And I
every
will-
second of it.
I will admit, it was the greatest feeling to have some guys that I have watched for years pop into my stream and be like, I didn't know you streamed. And send me a follow and then
Yeah.
never show up ever again.
Right.
But it was an amazing feeling, and I got hosted by a good friend of mine, and it was an offline host, and her offline viewers are about 4 times what our cumulative online viewers are between the 5 of us, 6 of us if you include Bacon. So it was mostly people who were AFK, but you know, it was kind of crazy and it was kind of fun. And that's why I stream, because when I get a good group of people playing or jumping into chat while I'm playing, I mean, I don't care what game I'm playing, whether it's, you know, Terraria, which is, you know, a 2D side scroller game, or Destiny 2 or Warframe, or, you know, Hello Kitty Island Paradise. It's like that interaction between me and some random stranger who's like, hey, try this, and then all of a sudden my white and pink Hello Kitty is blue and green.
Is that one of them eye tricks?
That's why I stream. No, it's a cheat code.
Up, down, left, right. BA, start.
Close.
The Konami code?
Close.
No, it is not the Konami code.
So, I've been meaning to ask Steve.
Yes.
You've been a viewer a lot longer than you've been a streamer.
Yes.
And like as a viewer, I think the expectations are a little different. Like, trying to think like how to. So.
The expectations from a viewer to a streamer standpoint.
Like if you hadn't have started streaming, you know, and like actually have the equipment on screen and like learning how to do it, like before that, did you have any idea how complicated it was? Like if you showed up to someone's stream and everything just looked good and everything just like worked, it looks easy.
It does look easy because a lot of people spend a lot of time making all the timing, all the pop-ups, all the sounds,
right,
and everything just seem to be, well, it seems to be such a production, but you can't even use the word production without recognizing the amount of time it takes to build those layers in, and like I say, playing around with the toys to build streams has also showed me the amount of work it is too. So.
Yeah, as a viewer, when I first started watching other people stream, I was like, I could do that. Like, you're literally just sitting there playing a video game, talking to people who are talking to you. It's got to be so easy. And then like the first thing I did was like looked up on Google like how to stream, and it was like OBS and the capture card and this thing and your audio and your overlay, and you gotta have layers, and you gotta have you gotta use sources, and you know you gotta have your Twitch stream key, and you have to like there's all this stuff, and it was just like.
What?
You know,
my head hurts.
Because it really does, and I thought the same thing. And I'm watching Sneak, and this isn't if he can do it, I can do it. But it was like, okay, well, he's playing a game, he's talking to people.
Yeah, it's like watching a baboon I can peel a banana.
Yeah,
you're like, dude,
it's like I can.
Look
do
at that guy
those
go! Like he peeling bananas, but I can do that. He's a baboon.
So now I will say this. So when I first started, it was Xbox, webcam, light stream, right? That was my setup. And at that point, it was as easy as hitting a button, playing a game, and talking to chat.
Yeah.
Then I got my PC. And I'm all excited because I'm like, okay, PC, capture card, I got all this shit, here we go. How the fuck do I do any of this bullshit that I'm about to try to do, right?
And then on top of that, like, what do you hear versus what do I hear? How loud is it in my ears versus in the stream?
And then it's, okay, well, I've got it all set up. I've tried it out. I'm ready to do that first PC stream, and everything goes great for a week. And then something fucks up.
It updates.
And then it's,
Windows
I don't know.
updates,
I don't know how to fix this because I've never seen it break before.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck to do.
It's frustrating. I feel like those statistics we used to bounce around a lot, like years ago, and I'm not sure if it's even accurate anymore, but it used to be like what 80% of every streamer stops within 3 months.
I could see that.
80% of people that start to stream, it was something like that, or it might have been even higher, like 90. But most of the people that start to stream stop within 3 months because they know it's not cut out for them.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for that 3 months to run up.
I mean,
for the people to drop off.
I don't know. Like,
it's too late for that shit now.
So let me ask y'all this, and it wasn't necessarily a topic, but what Can just said did kind of get me thinking about it. So of the four of us, and I'll say hockey too, because I still think at some point we're gonna see hockey on Twitch.
He's just gonna be known as the guy that doesn't ever read chat.
Right, right. And hockey, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, it's not as hard as you think it is. You're in your own head.
Hockey is perfectly set up right now to be like a 12,000 plus viewer streamer. Just ignore your fucking chat.
Yeah.
When you get that big, people don't show up to interact with you. They show up to watch you and hopefully become you.
That's a good point.
So
all we have to do is propel hockey to having like 12,000 viewers per stream. And he'll
yes.
stream, and he'll do
Every
great.
every time hockey goes live, just cut our streams and rate them.
I mean, that's
So-
still not 12,000 people, but sure.
What?
And then tell our friends and their friends and their friends.
Look, I don't even know 12,000 people, so
So
What they do.
Sneak, Can, Nick, hockey. We've all established that we do this. We have our reasons for it. We enjoy it, or we wouldn't still be doing it.
Yes.
What, if anything, would cause you to stop?
My
Kids.
family.
Outside of obvious life responsibilities, is there something in the streaming sphere that would make you go, I just don't want to do this anymore?
Me personally, I don't think so, because whatever happens in Joe Blow's stream over there has fuck all to do with me and my content.
I actually had an incident a couple weeks ago where something on Twitter hit a little too close to home and began endangering my ability to provide for my family. And if that ever happens, I'm done. I will set this thing down and I will walk away. And I will never look back, because at the end of the day, it's like being able to, pay my mortgage, keep my wife happy, and buy, all of the things that are necessary for my other hobbies is more important than me streaming. I mean, I'll still show up and watch you guys, but it's like I will set my capture card down and I'll send it to one of you assholes and I'll be done and never look back.
I think that's an important point we haven't touched on yet, that because you are out there and you're opening yourself up to 7 to 10 to 15 viewers or whatever, that you could have somebody come into your stream and you are opening yourself up for criticism, and you put your Twitter links, etc. It can be hard on you based on what's happening in the world, etc., and you're putting yourself out there.
Well, it wasn't even my stream specifically. It was a friend of mine who's a fairly large streamer.
Can you say that again? I totally missed it.
Say what?
Well, we're just talking about how Nick nearly walked away from streaming.
Yeah, that's
based
what I
on an
wanted to hear.
event that hit fairly close to home.
So a couple weeks ago, I was on Twitter, and there's a friend of mine who is a fairly big streamer, and his Twitter is followed by hundreds of thousands of people. And I tweet to him constantly, and I'm always in his DMs and that kind of stuff. And he's a very in-your-face, provocative type of person. And he was making some comments about opinion he has on the thing, and this other guy made some comments, and so I click on this other guy's profile and I realize I work with that other guy.
Ooh.
And this other guy is like best friends with my boss, and I've heard the name, and I started putting 1 + 1 together and equal 2 real quick, and I just noped the fuck out of that situation.
Because
And
of work relationships?
had I interacted in the way that I felt would be what needs to be said to
Appropriate.
that asshole
Yeah.
in that event. It would have been very, very easy for him to make a comment to somebody else,
Get you
and then
fired at work.
I
basically.
would not have a job.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I've worked very hard to keep my home life, like my personal life and my stream life, separate, like completely and totally separate. And like I think maybe 4 or 5 assholes in here. Like you guys are about the only group of people, minus Bacon and 1 or 2 other people, that know exactly what I do for a living and where I live and all that kind of stuff. But
He's a mall cop.
Gigolo.
yeah.
Mall cop gigolo. That's right.
Actually, I am on a top secret government research program to create a thing called the internet.
The arm penis.
It's a box, isn't it?
Yes, with the red button.
Fucking A. He has the internet.
But no, it quickly showed me how close that gap was between my personal life and my work life, so to speak, and my stream life. And since then I've put up certain guards and regulations and all that kind of fun stuff in order to protect my job. But I was a breath away and one bad night's rest from just setting streaming down and walking away completely and never looking back.
Because of your job?
Yes, because of how much that scared me. That, like, I spent 3 sleepless nights just like tossing and turning over that entire interaction and event, and I was just like,
Maybe I'm not understanding the severity of the interaction you're talking about or something, because I don't like I don't understand like why that would cause such a animosity. You know,
I'm assuming
choosing
that
not
person was a
choosing,
higher up.
Yeah.
You remember last week when we were talking about, or was it the week before, when we were talking about the Dunning-Kruger effect?
Uh-huh.
This person was like a quintessential example of somebody who had suffered their entire life in an echo chamber and a Dunning-Kruger effect, and they knew they were right, even though like everything about the world was telling them they were wrong. And you all know me and my personality. I'm going to tell them they're an idiot, and that jeopardized my ability to pay my bills, and I had to swallow my tongue and walk away.
Yeah, but like, you know, Twitter has a block feature, right? You can just block that person from ever seeing you ever, and then you don't have to worry
But
about
it wasn't just that one person. It was like, okay, so if I say the wrong thing at the wrong time to the wrong person, and another wrong person sees what I said, I'm gone. I'm done.
I think it's like something else that we've talked about in the past too, about worlds colliding and about handing out your Twitch links and that, saying, "Hey, I do a show Friday night. Come check me out."
Right.
And that is a big step. And you know, over the last 3 months, we'll say, or even the last couple months, I have told more people.
Yeah.
But then there's still some other people that I won't even bring up the subject with, because I'm not interested in trying to educate them about the whole thing about what I do on Friday nights and listen to it. But I could see what Nick is saying, where you go, holy shit, my worlds just collided, and not in a good way where they said, I want to watch you on Friday nights. It was more like, I saw what you said Friday night.
Right.
So I have a friend of mine from high school who I haven't seen since high school. We'll call him Robert. And those few weeks that I spent on Mixer, because, you know, Mixer is attached to your Xbox account, he saw me streaming on Mixer, and then he followed me over to Twitch. He's been in every single one of my streams since then. That is awesome. That is cool. I love this man almost as much as a brother. We kicked each other's ass back in high school, and since then we've been best friends. And that kind of interaction is awesome and amazing. But this one was this is a guy I don't know. This is a guy who has an opinion that differs from mine. This is a guy who's emotionally unbalanced, and if I just interject and discuss and tell him that his opinion isn't valid, my job is gone. Like, there will be no questions asked. I won't have a job the next day. And that scared me. I think it scared me because it's it's shocking that some one person can have such an effect over your career life, and two, how small my world divide between the two sets of my life actually are.
Yeah.
When you think of the internet, you think of that small percentage, like it's 0.01 in a billion that you're going to run into somebody that's in the same fucking town as you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what you think.
Yeah,
But
well, I've
As
been
fate has it,
I've been slowly collapsing both worlds. People at work
Hopefully
know
you
what
don't
I
Go
do.
see
on.
yourself on the street from your other world.
oh,
People at work know
That's wrong,
what I
it's
do.
okay.
You know, I post things on my like real Facebook. You know what I mean? Like my mom shows up sometimes to my streams. You know, I've got friends from high school, friends from after high school. I've got people on like other places. Hello?
Well, as you all
night.
know, I don't have
good
a real
night.
Facebook anymore.
Right. But what I mean is like I'm kind of the opposite. Like I don't have any issue the things I say and the things I do
He's
on-
breaking the fourth seal.
on my stream. Anyone can see that.
Or seal.
But I can see where having a different profession would make you more cautious. With those things.
Well-
I'm not trying to say that you're wrong for choosing that way. I'm just saying it's the complete opposite for me because I don't have any sort of like professional reputation to protect by any means.
So technically, if you are in your stream, your own channel, and you're talking shit about your job, and somebody that you work with or somebody that's higher above you walks in and they hear you talking shit about it, they can fire you.
Yeah, but the thing is like for me,
They could.
the guy that would like be firing me
He would
plays,
probably laugh at
plays
it.
video games with me and would agree with the things I said sucked about my job. So
Yeah.
that's where it's different for me.
But that's a closer connection that you could have with your boss. I mean,
Sure.
You have had with your boss.
Sure, yeah, and it's one of those
It
things
can go
where,
either way.
like, I can see what Nick's saying, and we were talking about it last week, but like the separation between being a soldier and being a streamer, like how do you make that work, and how do you create a professional atmosphere when you don't have the same protections as a regular streamer would because you happen to stream for the military. So there's like a lot of different aspects you would have to consider, whether or not you would be willing to collapse those two spheres.
Condoms.
For me, it was easy. It was just like, I'm tired of having that divide. I'm tired of,
Well, the other part of it is look at the big streamers wearing glasses and wigs too, so that you don't really know what they look like.
oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
streamers covering half their face, so you.
Yeah, there's that.
Or
that
camless streamers,
mhm.
etc.
Yeah.
But I think it's like more and more.
So I'm not afraid of people hearing my opinions. I'm not afraid of voicing my opinions. What scared me was how small the gap was between the two places.
Yeah, because someone that you had separated in your mind into a work only bubble is now popping up in personal life bubble.
Mhm.
And in a way that you're like, I may have in the past had interactions and not realized, or they may have seen other interactions that I've made with this particular group or these groups of people who they're also mutual friends with and may have seen that interaction as well.
Yep.
Yep.
And it also, that person is like, put them in a specific light in my eyes because it wasn't a positive thing they were saying by any stretch of the imagination.
Right. I wouldn't think it was the way that you're talking about it.
Oh, speaking of military and streaming, did you see the news article that came out that the bill that they pushed forward to get recruiting online and through video games banned by the U.S. military failed?
Really?
Yeah, they downvoted it.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
I think
Like 120 something to 160 something.
I think what you have to understand though is now there's literally hundreds of old ass people who have an understanding, at least a small grasp of what Twitch is.
It's that purple place.
I mean,
Got the little ghost person.
I mean, at the very least, they're starting to understand that streamers need safety precautions, and that this as a profession or even as a hobby is a thing that is big enough in the public where, you know, there's something that could be done that would make it safer, or that could
It is a viable piece of Play-Doh. Still molding.
I mean, I guess, I don't know, you know, like,
You can do so much with streaming. Like you said, like we've been talking about this whole time, is building your community. You can do so much. The army could do so much too, but they also got to be prepared to take that shit that goes along with streaming.
that's the truth.
I mean, it's not all rainbows and sunshine like it appears to be.
Yeah,
The only reason it appears that way is because you have a good team of mods or a good bunch of friends that they've already laid down the law,
yeah, and I mean,
or they're ready to combat that shit.
you know, as a community, like Thanatos was saying earlier, he'll hit that live button. Someone's gonna show up, and odds are it'll be one of us. And we, you know, may not be there the whole time, but we'll be there long enough to give him shit and talk to him, get his chat moving. You know, I like going into you guys' streams. I like gassing you up. I like talking shit. And I like, you know, getting a reaction, making you maybe like your heart rate increase. You breathe a little heavier. You know what I mean? Like
those are the best streams. Where Sneak shows up and just gives you shit. It might not even be something. You might be playing a game that he has never heard of before, and he just pulls in and be like, "You suck at this game. I can beat your ass."
Yeah.
For me, it's less about the numbers, and it's less about, you know, the hours that you've done or which game you're in or how long you've been playing it or, you know, how much money you've made or subs you have, or like none of that matters. Like, I want to show up and have fun. And I think that, you know, when you're building a community the way that we're building it, Steve kind of mentioned it, but it's a slow build, you know, it's a slow burn. Like, you're not going to get the, you know, deep, meaningful relationships that you get, like 5 years now, Steve?
Yes.
4, 5, almost 6 years. I don't remember exactly when. It was like Christmas time, 2014.
Yeah, you know, I was listening to somebody talk about the when the PS4 came out, and I'm going, shit, has it already been close to 6 years now? And you go, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, like, you know, there's depth to our friendship. It's not just games. It's not just, you know, let's team up and shoot people. It's like, you know, I've had you in my home. You know, we've slept together on a couch or on a bed or
touched butts.
You know, like.
Well, there's habits formed there too. There's 6 years of that, you know, and that's hard to build.
But also, I think it's intimidating for someone new to jump in and go, I want to be a part of that, and feel like they're a part of it.
Yes.
You know?
And to feel welcome and enough to come back.
Right. And it's kind of like, I think for us, especially with, you know, just streaming the way we have been, part-time, we all have jobs, we all have lives, we have families, we got shit to do. You know, I think we're doing pretty well as far as community building, because if nothing else, you know, we've got each other.
That's right.
Well, Well, I was just gonna say, last year we added Ken to the community, maybe the year before, and this year we added Thanatos. So we're growing at one person per year. I think
Per
this
fiscal year.
I don't know if our rates are all as high as we want them to be.
If we get 2, that's too many, too fast.
But also, like,
well, I mean, we also added Dave, but he's on a hiatus right now.
Sure,
Yeah.
and Bacon's not here because he's spending time with his daughter, and you know, like I could easily call out people right now, like Fox. You know, maybe he's not in Discord 24/7, but he'll show up to my streams almost every time I pop one up there.
Oh,
We
exactly.
talk shit in Discord all the time, and it's hella fun.
Yeah, Mike Robb, he's a friend that, like, I kind of re-met. You know, we were in some of the same overlapping circles for many years. We had been absolutely cordial to one another, but like, hanging out more. He pops into the streams. We have conversations. You know what I mean? Like, I've found him on Facebook, and we've traded, videos of how to cook fish and, the stuff people do on Facebook.
The question is, did you share your Spider-Man cosplay with him?
Not yet. That's
So
next
he's not
reaches a whole
really
new
a
level.
member of the community.
that's that next level
You
shit.
gotta wait for the right time for that.
Yeah, you
Oh.
gotta wait for the opening.
You can't open with that. That's got to be down the road.
But there's lots
I don't know.
of people.
That's how Sneak got me. He's like, here, look at my Spider-Man cosplay. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm in.
but there's lots of people that I know, if each of us spent a little bit of time and reached out and made the connection and then like supported that connection by actually, following through on actions, like we could probably grow the community 10 times faster. But I don't know if that's the pace that we need to be growing at, because we don't necessarily do this full time. We're not like full time community managers. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be streaming every time I say I'm going to stream, and that's just how shit has to be. And I think for part-time streamers having a part-time community, this is what it looks like.
And that's what I appreciate about this group.
Is that what you appreciate about it?
Is that what you appreciate about this?
Is that as a fuck all of you, by the way, as a community leader, Sneak, and I use that word leader very loosely.
Hell of a segue.
You understand that we're all part-time streamers, content creators, whatever word you want to use. We all have real world shit. We all have jobs. We all have families. The majority of us sitting here have children. And you're one thing you said to me relatively early on when I joined up and we were starting to talk about the show or my involvement in Discord, and your words to me were, contribute however much you can or want to based on how much time you have. There's no, you've got to stream this many hours per week, or you've got to be this active in Discord. No, you have a fucking life outside of this group of people.
No, you don't. I'm your community leader. You need to listen to me. When's your vacation? Be here.
You need to put your vacations on the calendar, the community calendar.
Apparently so. I need to request it 2 weeks in advance from you and my boss.
Seriously though, I mean, our community, even though we are part-time streamers, our community in the Discord is always talking about something.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, like,
always. I
don't know how many other servers you guys are in, but like
I'm in a lot.
Very few of them are
too fucking many.
Very few of them that I'm part of have the activity that ours has, and I mean I'm biased because I think you guys are way cooler than those other communities, but I also think, like, part of that is just because it's not like we're only talking about, hey, I just went live. 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 You know what I mean? Like,
there's bullshit with each other.
There's substance there. There's Nick's goddamn ridiculous memes. There's Steve coming in with articles about someone who's growing a penis on their forearm because their other real penis fell off.
If you guys need a copy of that, you can just request it.
It's in Discord. We will put it there.
There's the music channel, which I appreciate very much and wish got more use.
Yeah,
I gotta spend more
Nick's
time.
morning meme.
Nick, I can't tell you how many times I've woken up and opened up the fucking Discord to your fucking daily meme and started my day off with a fucking laugh just because of some stupid ass fucking meme you put in Discord.
I don't guarantee that they're good memes, but you will get a meme.
There's
every
plenty
morning.
of them. But
Plenty of them.
That kind of stuff makes a difference because, I would love to share this community with as many thousands of people who are willing to share it with me, but I don't think that growing it by the thousands is the step to make because, you know what I mean? Like, we want people to come in and understand what's happening and genuinely want to be a part of it. I've never asked anybody to, like, not...
Fuck that. I've been in it a year and I don't fucking understand what's happening most of the time.
But
that's just normal.
But that's what's happening.
So
But
would you rather
You
have
just figured it out.
1,000
That's the bottom of the fucking rainbow. It's the pot of gold at the bottom. No one fucking gets it. No one fucking gets it. And if we
But you
all
like
each
people in
understand
the
a tiny
Discord.
little fucking piece, we can put together all these tiny little pieces and maybe fucking limp to the barn with something fun.
limp?
There you go.
You got that because we didn't step on half the damn pieces.
But it's about the friendship, and it's about the memes, and it's about the stupid jokes, and it's about the ridiculous photos, and it's like that is the community. That's what the meaning of the community is, and it's not necessarily like, hey, I'm live, hey, I'm live, hey, I'm live, let's go live, I'm live, you should come with me, you should watch too. It's
That's how my Twitter is, and then Discord is for my personal like fucking off and shit.
gets what? Oh. Sorry.
But would you
folks.
rather have like 1,000 Instagram or Twitter followers, or would you rather have 100 people that you can consider friends?
Easily.
Friends all day long for me.
Easily. But also, like,
Well,
I'm not, planning
Yeah.
on.
Evan got a flashback this week of what it used to be like, and I think he knows where he would like to be right now.
Yeah.
With little Irish, we'll give him a call out. He threw
man.
an old school graphic that Evan worked
I had-
days
dude.
and nights for.
I had such big I had such big visions for this. Like I was gonna take members of the clan, past, present members, and put their actual like gamer tags, their names, in a Destiny word cloud, like a Destiny shaped word cloud, right? And
That's
it was
what that was.
dude. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. But then I would make the
Can't hold
fucking
it no longer.
I would put the call out and say, "Hey guys, send me your name so I can put it in the cloud." And then it'd be like a week later, "Hey guys, has everyone sent their name in?" And like literally like 6 weeks of send me your fucking names, I finally get what I think is everyone's name, and then I make the graphic, and guess what? There's 10, 20 people saying, "I can't find my name in there." Which means that because I know these idiots, I'm going to go look first to make sure that they're just not missing their own fucking name. Or if I really miss their name myself. And it was like it was probably 3 months of me almost
Just wanting to murder everybody.
I was on the verge of like breakdown like every day dealing with this fucking graphic. I ended up not making it. I ended up just saying like, fuck this. If you guys want your name on a shirt, go buy a fucking shirt and put your name on it, because I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like dealing with a lot of people. Like we had at one point maybe close to 300 like really active Destiny players, and we were all kind of interacting on different time zones and like with different cliques, and there was a lot of necessary like separation there, but there was a lot of people involved in that community, and managing it was not a fucking cakewalk.
No.
At one point, we had 5 Destiny clans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fine.
it's pretty much.
And I think the issue, looking back on it, was we flew too far to the sun and our wings melted.
No, it was sure. I did think we grew kind of fast, but it was at the height of our expansion, we lost half of our command team, if you will.
Yeah, and also because of Bungie's limitations on clans, we split up all the admins, and you couldn't help each other anymore, and
Yep.
it was tough.
Yep, it was
I think
difficult.
what we should have done is just said, all right, we're gonna have the Xbox group and we're gonna have the PlayStation group, and everybody else can just fuck off. There's gonna be 300 total people.
200.
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah, I can count.
But I think a lot of what I learned doing that has helped me, and not even just like streaming, but like in my real life too, dealing with people's desires that are number one, asinine and goddamn ridiculous, and then like managing what I would consider like playground fights, dealing with people just fucking picking at other people for no goddamn it was a daily, almost hourly responsibility, and while I loved every minute of it, it got to where it was just not worth maintaining.
I think the most annoying part was when I was Sherping King's Fall raids with Carmen, and we had these two people in the clan that hated each other, and refused to play with each other. And it was like, well, I want to play this raid. No, I signed up for it. You need to go away. Well, I have seniority over you. So we ended up running it like 6 times that night, so both people could get all 3 of their characters.
It was.
I think this is a good segue for where we talk about community management and what we are looking for in terms of stream teams. I think it's an important aspect.
People with the same taste of bourbon as me.
Oh, well.
Well, those numbers just dwindled.
I like a lot of the same ones you do.
You know what the rule for whiskey is, right? The best whiskey is your favorite whiskey, and your best whiskey is your favorite whiskey in the way you like to drink it.
So everything you think is right.
No, you.
Yeah, you.
Like my best whiskey is different from your best whiskey.
Right.
But the fact that you drink whiskey, period, is friendable by you.
Is better.
Yep. Unless it's Fireball, in which case we can't talk.
All right, that's good then. We're still friends. I drink Fireball occasionally to open my.
As long as you don't call it whiskey, we're good.
No, to me it's more like hot damn with a fire demon on it.
It's a hot toddy. It's like medicine. There you go.
Or aftershock. Fucking great.
Medicine.
I think when it comes down to the community management aspect, I wish I'd like if there's something that I could say to our community that I wish everyone would hear, would be like to drop it
like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot. Like drop the anxiety that comes with reaching out.
Yeah.
And like
just because you're not in this group of people doesn't mean you can't.
There's lots of people inside the community that would be very well suited to each other if you would just reach out and like talk, take a chance, play a game together, like
perfect example, Arcadia in the Discord.
Yep.
He's always like pop things up here and there,
Some of the stuff Arcadia posts leaves me.
I'm like, what?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what it means.
I don't either.
I don't know what it means.
Maybe I'm just too
I'm
fucking old.
Am I too old for this? Is this a thing? People putting senpai in chat. Like, what is that? I don't get it. What is senpai?
Sensei. Master.
You have somebody senpai.
No, not senpai. It's senpai.
Yes, I know. I know.
Ken didn't
Sending
know. Senpai.
No.
They're trying to say senpai, but
damn it, autocorrect.
They senpai. I don't
but anyways, Arcadia made a pretty good connection with Nick over here.
A Warframe connection.
Yes.
That is a deep connection for Nick.
The problem is he is on the Xbox and I am on the PC, and if any of y'all have ever spent more than just 20 25 minutes in Warframe, you'd know it takes a lot of time and effort, and I'm tempted to build him a PC just so he can play Warframe with me.
That's all it took, just for him to say, hey, I like Warframe too.
But like you wouldn't have known
we're like
that.
best friends, and he's gonna be like my maid of honor at my next wedding.
Your maid of honor. Never gonna Warframe either.
And my wife just goes, what?
Paying attention, going, huh?
She's like, am I gonna be at the next wedding, or is that? But yeah, like
not invited or what?
I'm just saying, like it's one of those deals where there is that initial anxiety when it comes to meeting new people, reaching out, putting yourself out there, taking a little bit of a chance, exposing yourself, whatever it is you want to think of, like however it's, it's difficult, and if you don't make the effort, then you're gonna lose out. And I think a lot of folks
get over your fear of exposing yourself. Just expose yourself. Put it out there, Hockey.
There are days where I just want to play by myself and I cannot reach out. and expose myself. It is
These are old like that.
guess what? We're all that way. There's some days where I'm like, I don't want to talk to anyone, including my wife.
And like one of the things
just-
I think people don't get is that that's okay. It's
Yeah.
totally fine to not to, but like, and that's part of what you learn streaming over a long period of time is that those days happen, and the easier it is for you to recognize that, the easier it is for you to deal with that. And dude, I have plenty of days where it's just like, I don't want to
Yes,
touch,
fine.
I don't want to touch a video game at all.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to go veg in the couch, watch a stupid show with my kids, go play outside with the dog. Like I want to cut the grass, or you know what I mean. Like there's like literally a million things I'll put on the list before video games, and recognizing that and just taking the time that it takes. I think a lot of people who are like making this a career, one of their biggest mistakes is like streaming anyways, and not just the one time, but every time.
And I used to be that guy. You know, I was like, oh, I got to grow, I got to build, I got to do this. But you know, once you accept that this is not going to be my career, this is not how I'm going to support my family.
Right.
I don't owe anybody anything in this aspect of my life.
People are the
And
worst.
if I don't want to hit that fucking button, I'm not going to do it,
Right.
and I'm going to be better off for it.
There's plenty of times where back in the hazy past, I hit the button anyways, and my stream suffered. I suffered from it.
Yeah,
and
you
it's,
do.
You know, it's just one of those things where I would say, like, it's difficult for me to not make an example, and just trying to think of a way to relate it to something that I know. Music has always had a big influence on my life, and I've always played some kind of instrument regularly. And for a long time, you know, I started many different bands thinking like, this is the one I'm going to be on MTV and we're going to make billions of dollars. And it was when I finally made the switch of, I'm here at this show now to impress the owner of the club with a cover band, because I want to be able to come back next week and play again.
And make $5
Right.
again.
And then be able to, like, you know, maybe I don't play at this club every week, but I know I can come back when I'm ready and I'll have fun. And maybe it's not me thinking I'm going to, like, own the universe, but it's also like me doing what I love and still
But you were enjoying doing it.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Right. There's a big difference between, like, streaming thinking I'm going to be the next ninja, and then streaming thinking I want to make the next person in chat laugh.
Right.
Look, if Microsoft offered me $13 million to exclusively be their bitch, I'd take it.
God, if you didn't, I would be so fucking pissed at you.
I would buy you all computers with new installs of Windows 98.
Nice.
I'd just give me a credit card.
I'd be honored.
You don't gotta buy me anything. Just open a line of credit in my name and just pay the bill.
and we're good at that point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a credit card. It's maxed out and I've closed it, but
You have it.
I will find a way, sir. This is 2020. I will find a way.
All you have to do is channel your inner Karen, and you'll get all the money back.
Yeah, I'd be in for one. Yeah, just like $1 million. I think that at the end of the day, you want to be able to turn your stream on and have fun, and I want to also turn my stream on and find at least one of you fucktards in the stream with me, and beyond that, like, I have no expectations. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not making content because I'm trying to sell myself to, like, a fucking graphics card company. You know, I'm not trying to be the next, like, AverMedia sponsor. You know, like, that's cool, and if the opportunity arose, I wouldn't be adverse to talking about it. But I'm not doing this because I want to make money, and I'm not, you know, managing a community with tons of help because I want to be a famous person. I'm doing it because I want to create a place where people can show up and do the stuff that I like to do with me and with each other, and, you tell their friends how fun it is. And I don't think it's a difficult thing to maintain a balance. Everyone kind of puts in like you get out of it what you put into it, and you choose your own level of involvement. There's no wrong answer. I didn't force Thanatos to quit all of his stream teams and just hang out with us because that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? I didn't force anyone to make any choice.
That was in the contract, by the way.
And that was a question I specifically asked you, and your answer was no, fuck no. Why would I do that? Why would I expect you to do that? That makes no sense.
It's one of those things where people have the idea that, if you join a stream team, which I loosely hang our hat on a little bit.
Very
loosely. Yeah, it's
We're
like
more of a community than a stream team.
It's much less about someone being a leader and there being followers, and just more about like, this is a place where we can all come as equals and like have fun and make video game content. And whether that content is streamed on Twitch or to Facebook or to YouTube, or you're making podcasts, or we're doing a broadcast for a talk show, like any of that stuff has merit, it has meaning, it has a space now. Like there's a place for it, and anything that we create and anything that we are pushing forward, is community based. It's about this and not about anything else. Especially like, because for the most part, we're all part-time this or part-time that, I'm part-time, I guess it's, kind of full-time. I consider my job part-time because I don't invest a lot of effort into, like, it's just such an easy job. Like I don't I don't have to focus.
You work at your job full time. You're a full-time dad. You're a part-time streamer. And a part-time fill in the blank.
I'm a joker. I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toker.
Living in a lonely world.
Now my stream's gonna get muted.
Demonetized.
But like it really is just about finding the time to squeeze some gaming in and hoping that some friends will show up when I do it. And I like Steve was saying, I like fucking with the scenes and the backgrounds and the bells and the whistles, and I like being creative.
The alert packages.
I like being creative in the ways that I can, engage with people. I want people to show up and want to host, so they see what fucking host alert I'm using, or they want to use the sound command so they can see what stupid fucking sounds I'm playing with. And it's,
by the way, I liked your soundboard.
Yeah.
Play video games.
I've got one now that's all about Mongolians because I'm playing the Ghost of Tsushima game, and I went through the Cracked Butthole and ripped a bunch of sound files from that game and made some.
Fuck you, Mongolian.
Please tell me.
made some Mongolian alerts, and it's like, I think I enjoy it more than anybody else, maybe. and I feel like if I can reach that level with any part of my stream, I'm doing it right. Because anytime that Fox can post, whatever crazy shit Fox is gonna post, and there's a sound command with it, there's a lot of them that, like, and I've got more than you guys have, even like for myself, because some of them were very long, and some of them were very involved, and I've got it to where, like, if you host any of my samurai streams, it says like, "Shh, Mongolians are watching," right? Like it's it's something that to me makes me happy, and it's one of those things where I can be creative and I can express myself, and it's such a small thing in the whole scheme of the stream, but like just seeing that host pop up and it sound right and it look good, it's so gratifying that it's worth the effort to put it there. And it's not about making other people think how cool I am. It's more about just me being happy with something that's working right.
Not only that, but you put that together, and it's not like you sat there and agonized and stressed about, I hope my viewers will like this.
Right, yeah.
You said, no, this kills me. I
fucking
love
love
it. I
it.
need this. I'm
Yeah.
not worried about you liking it because I love it.
Yeah, and I feel like
and that's I've got a GIF that I play, and it's especially when I'm playing Call of Duty, and
Yep.
some of y'all have seen it. It's the Idris Elba table flip from The Wire.
yep.
Because it's a perfect representation of me playing that game. Viewers happen to get a kick out of it,
What
but
the hell was that?
I saw it.
What was the command?
and
It
I
was
and I'm
really
like,
fucked up.
yeah, fucking die in a gulag or whatever, and I hit the button, and there he is flipping that
Yep.
fucking table over. And for anybody who knows me and knows how I rage at Call of Duty a lot of times, that's a and I did it. Yeah, okay, I knew other people would laugh at it, but I saw it and I thought that's a perfect fit, and I probably laugh harder to myself than anybody who's watching it.
Yep.
And it's just one of those things where it was like, okay, yeah, there it is.
It's one of those things where I feel like, and there's a lot of people out there who do it correctly. Like a lot of people who are making streaming their career and they're making the right choices, and I feel like they've done the right thing for their brand and whatever. But I feel like there's a group of people out there who are also just like so completely like distraught with the idea of doing it wrong, or being such a people pleaser that they're losing out on the self-gratification aspect of being happy with the things that make you happy. And I don't want to say that like you can't be successful by worrying about everything that everyone else worries about, but I think that it's a lot easier for you to have success that's like maintainable. You know what I mean? Like if you already feel like you're streaming in your pocket and you're there and you're doing it correctly, if you are already there and then you become successful, then that's going to be one of those things where you can like maintain that because you were already in the pocket before the success hit. But if you're one of those people who like just somehow hits the fucking lottery and you become partner in less than a year, and you all of a sudden have this huge community that you have no experience managing communities, you don't know how to make a Discord work, you're terrible at keeping a schedule, like there's a lot of things that you learn over time just by sink or swim. You got to figure it out, that I think a lot of people who hit success early lose out on a lot of foundational key tools.
Having a schedule is a big piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
To being successful.
Yeah.
And if you're not consistent, then at least updating your community of what's going on when it's going on.
Yeah, there's a big contingent of the entire like streaming. I think the entire concept is, you like you want to put on a show, like you want to create a daily / weekly or like whatever show where people can expect you to be there, and you can maintain a long period of time in a specific time slot or doing a specific thing where it's not up in the air if you're going to show up or not.
Specifically, we're already nailing that with the Fancy Schmancy show.
We're doing all right. I'm
32.
I'm super stoked with how well we're maintaining the Fancy Schmancy variety show. I think there's a huge amount of effort that we all have to do to kind of make sure we have the night slotted and we have the topics at least thought about a little bit.
I mean, we've done it 32 times now. We've had differing opinions on some things.
Yeah.
You're
and
wrong.
for the most part, we're all still friends. That's success.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've been able to show up more than 1 week in a row, and that's good.
Right. And nope, I got nothing. That was it. You guys nailed them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think it's time for us to call it a night. We are
Yes.
a little over an hour and 45, so I think it's a good thing that we're doing some longer ones. I was looking over some of the other episodes that I've been posting, and they're all up on YouTube now. I'm almost caught up on Facebook, and we'll be able to add this one ASAP.
Excellent.
I think next week we're gonna be hitting episode 33, which is that's my wife's favorite number. She likes 33. I don't know. I forget. I think we
That's
have
an odd number.
Is it? What's your
It seems
What's your favorite number?
weird.
No, it's really an odd number.
No, it is. But like, do you have a favorite number?
Yeah, 21.
21.
Yep.
21?
55.
I don't
Anybody
know.
else?
13.
13.
Lucky 13. Steve, do you have one?
11 I loosely use.
My favorite number is 4. So I was looking over the notes. I think I deleted it, but there was some stuff that happened this past week. We can definitely get into next week because I think it's going to be relevant still. Hopefully we'll have the full roster, and we're also going to hopefully have Dave back soon. I'm not sure in what capacity, but I do know that he has been slowly reaching out a little more into the Discord. So hopefully you guys know Dave Depressant, great guy. Well, he's on a hiatus from the show, but we want him to come back, so we're going to
Cross some fingers.
yeah, hopefully he comes back. He was probably, besides Steve, he was probably my favorite member of the show.
I
Sorry,
don't want him to come back then if he was in competition.
you're so close though. I don't think you have any.
It was the
more
wizard
words.
hat.
Your
It was the wizard hat.
green numbers floating is pretty close to his like colored lights behind him. So
Yes. Yeah, that was actually my inspiration for getting into the Matrix and all that. So
nice.
yes, now I am in the Matrix.
Well, I think
Yeah.
we can say good show, good night. Hopefully we'll see you all on the Discord, in the social medias, or in some streams sometime soon. Love all your butts, and say good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Y'all have a great night.
Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na.
All right, well, he's going to do that. I'm just going to hit the button with the phone and the X.